right, guys. So, obviously. All right, guys. So, obviously, I am not here, and because I can't be in two places at once. But we did not want to leave you guys as hanging. We know how hungry that barbecue appetite for news can be. So we've got an amazing call in with the king of sausage. What is it? What's the proper title?
The Sausage King of Connecticut.
The Sausage King of Connecticut. Your friend and mine, Mr. Tyler Hodge, is over at Hoodoo Brown. And if you have been listening, which you should be, you know we've got a friendly gentleman's wager that's been bubbling and brewing for quite some time. And we're going to definitely talk about that. We talk about the trials and tribulations of keeping the restaurant and things going throughout the pandemic. Tyler explains just how huge of a fan he is of Bryan, and he doesn't really remember my name, but that's okay because we're both huge fans of Bryan, and so much more. So hope you guys enjoy. Anything to say, Mr. Bearded Woman?
I mean, the reason we're doing this is because you didn't trust me doing a solo pod.
That's true, but that's besides.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Jeez.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Honestly, you didn't trust me doing a solo pod because the most important person in the room is with you in Vegas. So Lee's going to be with you in Vegas. So he's not here to help me.
No, I think Lee's. I don't know. No, actually, Corey's with me in Vegas.
It switched.
It's switched.
Yeah,
Okay.
Corey's with me in Vegas. Lee's with me everywhere else.
So Lee puts in all the work, and then Corey gets to do the cool trips.
Not necessarily. This is a brutal one. Actually, Lee's got
I'm not horribly mad at it. I would like to say hey to Bob and all the guys, but
well, and Lee's not a poor sport. Lee got a fresh set of custom Air Forces.
I did.
So let's not forget about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which Corey does not have. I do though. And I think we are actually the only Home Depot employees to ever receive those.
We're not employees.
Exactly.
Not employees.
Yeah, the only not Home Depot people.
The only non-employees.
Non-employees, non-orange apron wearing folks to sport these fresh executive kicks.
You think they drink orange Kool-Aid there?
I'd get down if they drink orange soda. I would do it.
You and Kel.
Oh, love me a good burger. But no, guys. So please,
Sorry, we went off on a tangent.
which you shouldn't be shocked at. It's the This Week in Barbecue show. So without further ado, please allow me to welcome our guest, Mr. Tyler Hodges, and hope you guys enjoy. Let us know. I know, right?
Buy two, get one free.
Kirk Cameron's involved somewhere. You got that.
Oh yeah, that's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut.
I grew up Southern Baptist and non-denominational, so I saw a few of his films.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Our delivery was 4 hours late because apparently they got snowed in, and then also our regular driver is not here, so I had to teach this guy how to deliver us food.
Hey, this is the joys of working in a restaurant that I don't have to deal with. That Rasheed and I don't have to deal with.
Like, let me teach you how to do your job. That's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's a surprise because they have to be put in weird places every time.
Well,
But whatever.
Well, welcome Tyler Hodge of Hoodoo Brown Barbecue to, I guess you are the first barbecue buddy of 2023. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I'm grateful.
You can tell the excitement in his voice.
He's just like, why are you calling me while I'm working, man? This is...
It's like,
It's okay. Normally Thursdays are just full of making sausage and running around, but my brother, who helps us out on Thursdays, decided to go and make the state championship for basketball since he's a coach. So he's not with me today to help. So
that's just
today
rude.
is a little more stressful, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, you don't think you could have planned it better?
Like, where does he get off leading a successfully winning team? I'm telling you, man, if you can't rely on family, who can you count on?
Exactly.
So, if you're not familiar with Tyler, he is the Sausage King of Connecticut. And then he'll parcel out who gets a pauper title to other people, and then in the United States,
Who gets a pauper title? Oh gosh, no, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, for those who are listening, Brother Todd, if you can just tell the people a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you're so great at it.
So I'm Tyler Hodge in Connecticut. I was in the pitmaster producer slash kitchen manager for Hoodoo Brown. And basically, I'm an accountant by trade. I started cooking barbecue out of pure passion. Cody kind of got me hooked and was like, dude, why are you cooking food at home? Why aren't you cooking here? Or cooking barbecue at home? So I started cooking barbecue at home. Then I stopped cooking barbecue at home. But I've always been interested in cooking, so I learned to make sausage at a pretty young age, but not barbecue sausage. And when I came here, they were wasting a bunch of meat, so I decided to take over the sausage program. And now for the last 2 years, I've made a minimum of one special sausage a week to go along with jalapeno cheddar cheese sausage.
Oh, very nice.
And how much sausage do you make? Like, let's just say now, like on a normal week, how much sausage are you making?
It's kind of funny. So the week that I was away, they had a conversation. I'm like, I wonder how much sausage we sell. And it's not as high as you would think, but we can get up to about 400 pounds a week, which is pretty good. But on average, right now, I'm doing about 200. So.
Wow. Yeah, 400 pounds a week that's up there.
And how many batches do you do? This is what I find crazy is how many actual batches of sausage you do a week in terms of making it.
So I mean, I try to make so today, normally I would do 3 batches today. I only did 2 today so far, but I'm hoping to get at least another 2 more done because I got a special link for tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day, and then I got another one for the day after St. Patrick's Day or whatever that St. Patrick's Day list goes out. But I try to do close to 9 to 10 a week.
So like basically you'll have 3 days of base sausage prep a week.
Yeah, minimum 3. Usually I'm running Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, but I can fluctuate it depending on so with doing it for a restaurant, I have to I can't I mean you with pop-ups too, but you can't really tell if we're gonna sell a lot of sausage that week. Not a lot of sausage. So for me, it's difficult because jalapeno cheddar for the last 2 weeks haven't been selling as much as my specials have. So I have a good amount of jalapeno cheddar stored. So I don't make as many jalapeno jalapeno batches so I can push off the cook or prep day. But yeah, usually I'm doing 3 prep days a week.
All right. Can you go over some of the specialty links you've made over the years?
Yeah, I mean, basically, if you can think of a dish, I've probably made it. Some big ones that a lot of people like up here, kind of like Bryan. A lot of people love cheese links, so we did a broccoli raw provolone, kind of in theory of the John's roast pork link. That was pretty good. I've done some Chipotle bowl boudin, which is probably one of my favorites ever. That was pretty cool. French toast, that's another, that's when everyone always asks my weirdest one. That's the one that a lot of people really enjoyed that was probably out there.
I mean, the weirdest one I think I've seen you make since following you is definitely the cinnamon toast crunch one.
Yeah, but it's funny. So cinnamon toast crunch, I sold 50 pounds of it, but only because I sold 25. That's what I made right off the rip was 25, and it sold out the first day, and everyone went nuts over it. So I was like, all right, we're doing it again.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know how they sell the Sam's cinnamon toast crunch? Yeah, he used it in a link.
That's
and
cool.
then I used actual cinnamon toast crunch, at breadcrumbs. I bought cinnamon toast crunch, and then I pulverized them and I threw that in too.
What was in the French toast link?
So very similar. It's very honestly the cinnamon toast crunch is based off of the whole French toast. So same thing. So it's just I like to do pieces of brioche bread. If it has bread in it, I like to add the bread. So and then just a whole bunch of cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg, and some maple syrup.
That's a lot of, like, how you said you started making sausages, but not necessarily barbecue sausages. Like, what led you to it? Because sausage is not easy. It is very laborious, and it is very calculated, at least in my opinion. And it's a very long, like, trial and error process. It's dang near up there with brisket, because you have to go through so many steps before you can try it and taste it to see if you got it right. Then you have to go back and be like, well, did I put too much milk powder? Did I put too much mustard to this? And did I not add enough whatever in there? So what made you decide to just, like, go head first in all this and just continue doing it?
Yeah, I mean, so for me, like my grandfather, he went to the CIA. He graduated from the Culinary Institute, and like he had always told me, like, don't work in kitchens, like the pay sucks, the hours suck, like you never get to spend time with your family. He's like, he never wanted me to do any of that, but like at a young age, he always gifted me culinary classes, so like I could cook for myself. So like my Christmas gift, like when everyone else was getting like Honka trucks and like video games, I was getting like a class on how to cook. Like I used to get private lessons. And then, like, I also used to go to all these summer camps. Like, so I've cooked food from a young age. And then after you learn so much of, like, the actual cooking aspect, you kind of go into, like, butchery. So, like, I took a whole bunch of butchery classes. And with pork butchery classes became, like, sausage. Like, how do you utilize the rest of the cuts that aren't being tossed? And, like, I've always hated food waste. That's, like, one of my biggest pet peeves. So, like, kind of just became natural. And then, I mean, to be honest, making sausage isn't like wasn't my favorite thing at all. But just because it is very time consuming, but it definitely gives you a creative outlet, which was kind of what I've seen it as, and that's kind of why I stuck with it.
Yeah, I agree. Because I came upon sausage just because I just wanted to, offer the Trinity when I started and wanted to practice in it. And then I was slinging some, slightly above basic, not world-changing flavors, just the staples, your hot guts and what have you. And then I met the Bearded Wonder, and I hung it up, and I never made another sausage, and just contracted him to make sausages for me. Because it was just that.
Yeah, I mean,
good.
Yeah, it's all about time at the end of the day. Like, time is very valuable, and if somebody is faster and more proficient at it, then it makes the most sense. Like, honestly, when you were like, yeah, sausages are time consuming, but like, I've gotten to the point where I can get in a routine. Like, I know what to prep ahead, what not to prep ahead, and kind of like where to get everything. So, like, I definitely do things that are different than most people.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't add liquid to my sausages. It's all just like natural liquid. So like, I do grind jalapenos that are fresh. So like, those have liquid. So it's like, but I don't grind, so I don't pre-grind my jalapenos. Other people do use dried jalapenos, but I tend to not lean towards those. Yeah, I pre-cube all my cheese because I don't buy high-temp cheese because I feel like real cheese tastes better. It smells better, it looks better.
Yeah.
So just prepping everything up, kind of like figuring as you went on, like stuff that nobody teaches you, but you just gotta figure out yourself.
Definitely. What would you say has been that one lesson that if you had to go to your past self or to someone walking up to you saying, hey, I'm about to start, getting into sausage, what's that one lesson that you realize either at the beginning or later or somewhere in the middle that you would just pass on and be like, hey, if you're going to do this, make sure to always do this one thing?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, now that YouTube has become very good and like there's people that you can ask for help, that's very helpful. But honestly, go follow Brad's five ratio video on YouTube because it's honestly the best. It's very close and very consistent to like a lot of the ratios when it comes to creating recipes, when you figure out proportions, and you're figuring out salt content and such. Because that's the one answer that I would give you is definitely finding the right salt balance. I mean, I remember talking or hearing Lane say something one time about like creating different sausages, and like honestly, as long as the salt level is right, it's not going to really suck. The question is could it be perfected? And like for me, I tend to not recreate any of the dishes, like any of the links of the dishes that I've made. So I always keep extensive notes on like, okay, what didn't I like about this and what could I change for the future?
And then you never revisit them.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Eventually, I feel like I'm going to have to start to revisit a bunch of them. So.
And so when you say Brad, that's Bradley Robinson, Chud's Barbecue. I think his YouTube channel has proliferated a lot of sausage making with people as he's gotten more popular. I think he was one of the first YouTubers to like really consistently do sausage. And Lane, we're talking about Lane Milne of Goldie's Barbecue.
Yep.
I
mean, that's the key. I mean, I feel like you hear a lot of stories in barbecue of like the generation that's coming up should be like poised for greatness, which I kind of hope so, because like a lot of the people that we learned from, or like people that kind of have taught us tips and tricks, they had to figure it out on their own because there wasn't YouTube, and a lot of those people were keeping a lot of secrets to themselves and not sharing everything. Versus now, you can just, most of us are open books, and we either sell classes or our friends sell classes, and they're very knowledgeable.
Yeah, I call it the democratization of barbecue.
The democratization of barbecue.
So, actually, I don't know where I was going to go next. So, like I had it in my mind and then immediately forgot.
No. I'll pick up. Would you host and do some sausage making classes?
That's a tough one. So here's the thing. I've been asked by a lot of people to do sausage making classes.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is I probably would. But the thing with sausage classes is that I can't really genuinely teach you the way that I make it in a short amount of time, whether it even be a day like some of the other sausage classes are. I just like, I have to figure out a way to be able to like actually give you the amount of information that you need in order to make it valuable to you. I don't want to just be like, hey, throw this all in a grinder, mix it, and then stuff it, and then here you go, you got sausage to bring home. And that will be $1,000, you know?
Yeah.
I want to actually be able to teach you and like make sure that you're able to bring something home with it. Not just, I mean, you could ask me anything now, and I'll tell you. I reckon it's free.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Tyler, if you're kind of, how often do you talk to people that aren't really, I guess, in the industry? Because
I mean,
you and I go back and forth a lot. You and Lane and I go back and forth a lot. But how open are you with the people that are just kind of sliding into your DMs, I guess?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll always answer somebody. Like, I'll always honestly give them a truthful answer. I'm not going to hold any back end secrets. But, like, I'm not going to up front and be like, this is exactly what I do. This is my exact recipe. I'm going to wait for you to be like, hey, can you give me some tips on tricks on this? And then I'll answer. Like, I'm not going to be like, okay, this is my 100% recipe to this. I always list every single ingredient in every single sausage that I do.
See, I like that because it's, for me, and I can imagine you get a ton of DMs as well. It's just everyone wants to come and have their hand held and be spoon-fed. I don't answer those. I don't respond to those emails. But if I get one where it's like, hey, I tried this, and this was the result, any tips on what I can do? Hands down, because you're coming to me and you're letting me know what you did instead of coming to me and wanting to know exactly what to do. Like, part of this is everyone wants to skip the error and skip the fail portion of it. Like they just want to jump past that to being good, but they don't realize how much you learn when you mess up. That's just me.
No, I mean, yeah, I think a lot of it is like, yeah, people do want here's what you do, here's how you make it. Like, I think that's why, like, people see, oh, well, the secret to good brisket is, paper wrap or tallow or Lowry seasoning salt. It's that one key that makes everything magically better, and they take out the years of repetition and practice and all these other steps that you got to do to be able to get to that point. That one item is not going to make everything magically better.
No, not even a little bit. Like it's hard work. And when you tell people, it's like, no, you're holding it. No, it's hard work. And you said it, which I harp on. Take notes. Take notes during your cooks. Write down the day, the weather, the time, minute, just random stuff. How'd you like it? How much wood did you use? No, always take notes. That would be my one thing if I were to tell anybody when they're getting in here. Start taking notes from the very beginning, because eventually those things become very important, because we've all forgotten or slipped or missed certain steps of stuff. And like, how did I forget that? That's just so routine. So I'm big on note taking.
So how many?
Yeah, and I mean,
you first, Tyler.
Yeah, I was just trial and error is definitely a huge thing for me. I mean, especially when it comes to sausage. I mean, I've definitely made my fair share of fails multiple times. So the irony is I'm going to try to redo one of my biggest fails, I think, this coming week. So when I first started, we did pastrami every day on the menu, and we had so much pastrami trim, like actual cured pastrami, and I knew that the proteins were denatured because of the corning process and the pickling process of it, but I was still hopeful that I could make a corned beef hash link, and the first time I made it, I never got a bind on it at all, and it just stunk. So I'm going to reattempt it again after all these pastrami's for St. Patrick's Day are done.
Nice.
We'll see.
I've got some briskets and tri-tip going for pastrami right now.
All right. So one of the things that you do a lot of festivals, and you work your ass off at a lot of festivals. What festivals are you working this year?
I'm trying to think. I think as of right now, so Hoodoo Brown does a lot of festivals. That is a fact. I can't always guarantee that I'm going to every single one, because it is a balance between us going to the being at the restaurant and us not just someone else being here. So the first festival, I know in 3 weeks, April 1st weekend, I'm going to Hodge for a cause. So I'll be there. I'm making a sausage for that. And then I'm trying to think. Windy City is in July this year. I'll be at Windy City for sure. I think we're also doing sausages again for that. And then I'm trying to think. I don't know what else we have on the docket. I know Hoodoo's got we're doing the page event too. I forgot. Before Windy City. We're doing a Pig Beach event in New York City in April. We just got invited back to Heritage Fire and Food in New York City to cook another pig, I would assume, but I'll probably be there.
Isn't there a Heritage?
I think we're also going to Throw and Smoke in this arena.
Okay.
So, I mean, Hoodoo does a lot of different things at the restaurant. Like, can you go over how many different styles of cooking Hoodoo does?
I mean, so Cody's phrase is that we're outlaw barbecue. So in case you didn't know, Hoodoo Brown was like a famous outlaw back in the day. He's a very bad man, but he made really good barbecue, I guess. So we kind of steal from different genres what we like and what we don't like. So like our brisket is very much Central Texas style. It's literally just salt, pepper, garlic powder. Like no Lowry's, no tallow wrap, nothing like that. So just very Central Texas style. Then we do whole hogs pretty frequently, not as much as we would like. But like we just cook one on Sunday to raise money for Hogs for a Cause. So we'll do whole pigs like Sam Jones style, just vinegar and salt. Yeah, we do full Texas spare ribs. Don't have pastrami on the menu anymore, but we'll do beef ribs every day. Then we do the unique dish, which is the crackling pork belly. That's pretty much, yeah. I mean, everything else is pretty standard for pork, turkey, chicken, sausage.
Nice. What did you said you pulled pastrami off the menu? Brian and I, we were, talking about everything during the pandemic and just trying to survive and, heads above water and not shutting down because we have some buddies that, had to pack it up legitimately, close doors or just have to leave the pop-up game completely. Like, how did, if at all, going through the pandemic shift how you operate or how the business operates or things that made it off that aren't quite back on yet? Anything like that happen for you guys?
I mean, so it just kind of changed our cook schedule a little bit. We try to make everybody so like there's only a couple people here at a time, and it wasn't like super strenuous on everybody. But no, I mean, if anything, we simplified our menu a hair. Our menu definitely was a lot more complex. So like at the time, like we also had like deviled eggs with pork belly burnt ends on the menu, and those were very laborious as well. So we took those off, and we kind of just went back to the simple things. Like, I mean, a lot of the times for us, when a customer comes in, they're not coming from like 10 minutes, 15 minutes down the road. They're making a trip to come to Hoodoo. So they kind of want their staples. So if we do cool specials, they tend to not sell as well as we would want. But yeah, kind of just stick with the hits and keep perfecting on them and making them all better every day.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Like, I know for me, I pivoted and we went to weekly menus because we couldn't hold costs for one, the meat shortage, and then the meat prices got so high, couldn't guarantee we'd have the exact same thing every week. So a floating menu working off stuff that was available and affordable definitely helped, and it's just been something that semi-continued on because it just worked. So I'm always glad to hear other people's stories, like what they did to pivot during those rough times, because things got a little shaky there for a bit, for a real long while.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we like the only thing that really affected us pretty hard was like the whole bird flu situation with turkey breast.
Oh,
that one hit us really hard.
Turkeygate. We talked about that.
Turkeygate.
Yeah, that was rough.
We're still paying like $7 a pound for turkey breasts right now, raw.
Gosh.
Yeah, but I mean,
what was the price before?
Like $3 and change.
Double.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, but the cool thing about, like, I've always been taught when you're building a menu, you kind of have things that balance other things out. So for like us, our pulled pork can kind of balance our turkey, where we'll make a steady middle piece for the bowl.
Nice. Now, two things here. I guess the biggest, because we've gotten some. Everyone likes a little friendly competition. It's not even competition, just jokes. And I love that you partook. I love the question, like, what do I have to do to win this little $200? Absolutely love it. Because are you guys going to be back at Holy Smokes this year? Because that's where we would like to do what did we sort of was going to be like the the plate, or we're just going to do a sausage, or what are we going to do? Or snags, just depending on what part of the world we're
let
in.
Tyler explain. He's the one that came up with the idea. Really?
All right, brother, run it by us.
I mean, so here, this is my thought process.
All right.
If you're gonna do a competition, it's gotta showcase everybody's talents. Like, I mean, just us making sausages, we could do that, but I think it's gotta be a standard sausage as if we're gonna do just sausage.
Okay.
So it's gotta be something about like almost the same recipe, so it's literally just like a blind of who makes better sausages, right?
Right.
Or you do something else, is like, because we all have different cooking styles. I mean, at that point, it's just like, which one would you rather prefer? Would you rather go to Goldie's, or would you rather go to Interstellar Barbecue because they're 1 and 2, right? So which one do you prefer more? Same thing. Like, I think both cooks are great cooks. So it's that same thing. Which one's quickest? Okay, here we go. So I think that in order to be able to actually tell which one's better, you have to do a full-on cook. And then you'd have to try it and say, okay, one.
So yeah, you're saying like brisket, ribs, sausage. Just do like the Trinity, and then see where everybody stands.
Exactly. Like, cause then you could see, okay, maybe Brian's got better brisket than I do, but our sausages are about the same, and then it comes down to ribs. There's 2 ribs come out better.
No,
You know?
no,
I feel like that's more fair.
I agree, and I'm just happy you want to take part, and we have people all over that want to partake as well. And like I said, it's just for fun. We each get to pick which charity the funds get to be donated to, and I don't know if you heard on the other episode, but I just had to always applaud your work ethic, because when we're out there, we're always trying to move and get something done, and there's work to be done, and hard workers usually spot other hard workers, and seeing you move and just be, first one in type of thing over at Holy Smokes was just great and refreshing. So I was happy that you wanted to entertain our whole little fun process here of having a little side charity bet going for whichever foundation, because this will be fun.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Brian, so I'm always in.
Yeah, see, I told you got fans.
No, like so. Yeah, well, it's not just. I'm not going to say anything.
He doesn't.
No, I mean, like Tyler's a better friend to me than I am to Tyler. Tyler's come to 2 of my pop-ups, and I have yet to come to Hoodoo at once. So
yeah, well, we didn't say anything about your character. We just said we were a fan. No, man, but this has been great, brother, and I appreciate you taking the time to jump in and chat with us. Anything you want the listeners to know? Anywhere you want to direct them? Anywhere? Just here's your time. Say your piece.
Yeah, no. I mean, go follow Secret Pints Barbecue on Instagram. Go follow Hoodoo Brown Barbecue on Instagram. Get us to 100K. That's all I got.
All right.
Social plug.
There it is.
go follow Tyler Hodge on Instagram and see the Sausage King at work.
There it is.
You don't have to follow me. Just go like the one reel of jalapeno cheddar sausage, please. That's it. That's all I need. 3 more likes.
Okay, so yeah, that's what Rasheed's got to do. Like, share that like immediately after the show.
Yeah. So share that reel. All right, I'll do it. I'll share it on all the channels. So we make sure you can do it.
So you can get to that 1,000.
Yeah. Well, Brian, I don't know if you saw. I posted one TikTok. It's almost at 750K views already. It's crazy.
Just one TikTok?
Yeah, I posted one TikTok, and then all of a sudden I went on TikTok like on Tuesday, and I looked, and it was at 500,000 views, and I was like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like, if you post one TikTok, does it get monetized? At least?
No, so he has to have a certain amount of followers, but he's past the play count now. So if he has I think over 1,000 followers, or so 1,000 or 5,000 followers, he should be able to monetize it. But the monetization on TikTok is trash.
Okay.
You think Instagram's horrible? Don't get me started on TikTok. I've had videos go 500,000 to 1.2 million, and I think in total I've made $26.
Appetizers for lunch.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I guess you got like $10 coming from TikTok, Tyler. So
Don't spend it all in one place.
Well, I'm not going to get any of it, but it's just funny. I was just like, all of a sudden, I was just like, what? And then, so now I guess I got to start posting to TikTok.
Yeah, there it is. That's the move. We'll start going to TikTok. Heck yeah, brother. Man, well, thank you so much for hopping on. Hope the prep and the day and the cook goes well. Kill it for, all the St. Pat's meals, and we're going to stay connected. We're going to keep building up the rules and what we have to do for this cook-off, and we're going to make it a thing. I'm going to talk to Anthony and Rodney about it so we can get it implemented on the side thing so we can have that out there, and it'll be good.
Well, I mean, what we would need to do is probably do it like on Thursday or Friday, and then have like the pitmaster judge it.
Yeah,
like make it.
It'll be good. It'll be good. We're gonna make it happen, brother. Thanks again, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks, Tyler. Oh.
Don't let him say goodbye.
Don't let him say goodbye. If the audio quality is because Tyler is actually at the shop working right now, and so like he pre-warned us, hey, I'm gonna be running all over the place, so bear with us on that because he took the time out and was multitasking while he talked to us.